Hey, what's going on? This is Andre Sweeney, the Life Specialist. Welcome to the Get a Life Show, the show that gives you the tools and principles necessary for an outstanding life. Today's segment is called Life Nuggets, and today I want to talk to you from the topic 10 effective time management tips. Listen, all of our lives are chaotic and hectic. If you're like me, you have family, you have businesses you're trying to run, many of you have churches that you faithfully attend. You need time management tips and skills. Because bottom line is, unless you have them, you will not get done what you have to do. And if you don't do what you have to do, then you're going to be late for destiny. And you're going to be late for your purpose. So today I'm going to give you 10 tips that will help you, hopefully. Okay, the first one here is create a to-do list. Listen, this is the beginning of effective time management. First of all, the reason why you need a to-do list is it helps you remember. Many of us are not young anymore. We can't just remember things. A to-do list is to remember everything that needs to be done. Don't try to remember it. Don't try to think that your brain is more than what it is. Write it down. That's the only way to make sure that things don't slip through the cracks. The second reason why a to-do list is so important is it gives you a sense of accomplishment. When you write 10 things down to do and you begin to systematically check those things off, it gives you a sense of accomplishment. It makes you feel like you're doing something. It gives you a sense of, okay, I'm making headway into what it is I have to do. And the better you feel about the task that you have, the more gratifying it'll be when you accomplish it. It gives you a self-esteem booster to know that you're accomplishing purpose and that you're getting the things done that's going to make you successful. Tip number 2, check the list for specific tasks. Don't just say, I'm going to clean up. Break it down. I'm cleaning up the living room. Next, I'm going to do the bathroom. Next, I'm going to do the bedroom. I'm going to put the dishes away. Be specific and detailed about what you have to do. If you use generalities, then you won't get those little things done that are important to making sure it's done with quality and excellence. So be specific. Number 3, declutter your computer, your desk, and your office space. Nothing says laziness. Nothing says I don't get things done. Nothing says chaos like a junky area. If your desk is junky, you don't know where the ink pen is, you don't know where the paper clips are, then when it's time to do a task, it's hard. It doesn't motivate you. It doesn't speak back to you to have everything all over the place. Clean up your work area. When you go in your office should look at you and say, hey, I'm prepared for you to work today. Your office should look at you and say, hey, it's time to make $1 million. But when things are everywhere, you can't get nothing done. Clean off your computer. Put things into folders. Don't just have files all over the place. Put things in order so when you need to get to a file, label it, and you'll know how to get back to it. Number 4, the tip is focus on one task at a time. Listen, all you multitaskers, it's okay to multitask, but not at the expense of not getting things done. So what if you could do 8 things at a time if you only get one done? Focus on one thing at a time. Get that sense of accomplishment and then move on to the next thing. Then check it off. Tip number 5. Plan tomorrow's task today. The one thing that I do is at night before I go to bed, I make my to-do list for the very next day. Because what happens is if you do it the day of, then you're already behind schedule. You're already into that thing. It helps more if you do it the night before, and then when that next day starts, you're ready to go. Alright? Tip number 6. Gather and prepare. Listen, take out your clothes the night before. Iron your clothes the night before. If something needs to be washed, wash it the night before. Get everything you need to walk out that door the night before. Don't just do it the day of, because what happens is you're going to be in a rush and then you're going to leave in a chaotic state. Unnecessary. Gather and prepare. Number 7, block out time. This is very important. If you're going to say clean the house, don't just clean the house, but give yourself a time limit. Let's say 2 hours. Give yourself 2 hours to do it, because what happens is if you don't block out time, what you do is an event that took 2 hours to do, you end up doing 3.5 hours. Block out time and make sure that you manage that effectively. Number 8, eliminate time wasters like Facebook. Now listen, I think Facebook is a beautiful thing. If you're the type of person that uses Facebook to market, advertise, network with people and get things done, no problem. But if all you're doing on Facebook is telling people what you're going to eat tonight, that's a time waster. That's time you could be using to do something else that's actually going to make you some money or make life easier. So eliminate time wasters. Number 9, avoid interruptions. That's what they made caller ID for. Don't take unnecessary phone calls when there's things you have to do. Don't take a whole bunch of favors from people when there's things you have to do. In most cases, the things that they need can wait. If not, then you know who's important and who's not. But don't let people steal valuable time from you. Last but not least, tip number 10. Get a planner. Get something to centralize and localize all of your appointments, to-do lists, and things that are of importance to you. Don't just write them on miscellaneous piece of papers. Don't just think you're going to remember it, but put everything in a specific place. And let that be your roadmap to success. Get an organizer, whether it be electronic or on paper, but get something to use. I like to use both in case the electronic one breaks down or it crashes, but get an organizer. This is Andre Sweeney, the Life Specialist, and I'm here to help you get a life.